Hello and welcome to another Build the Terminator. We've hit parts 111 and 112, and in 111 it looks like they've slightly misjudged the incoming end of the build, and suddenly we've got two spotlights in one part to do, so that's quite amusing. And in 112 I'll be starting work on the third section of the base. At least I assume I will be, but you never know with this build. But anyway, one thing I do know is that whatever it is will be very well explained. Okay, in 111 I will be exclusively dealing with the next two, or the last two, spotlights. Or searchlights as they call them, although I'm sure somewhere else they call them spotlights. Anyway, the one thing you will need in addition to all the parts supplied is some masking tape. I don't remember Hachette supplying us with masking tape. Oh no, you never told us we'd need that when we signed up to this thing. I'm fairly sure not everyone has masking tape at home. So yeah, you best run down to B&Q or Homebase or other DIY places and grab yourself some masking tape if you ever want to sign up to this subscription, because who knew you'd need it all the way down the line in 111. Did I see that one coming? Now, one thing I really love, I will say this in advance before taking you through it, is that they explain how to do both of these. They're both exactly the same, but nevertheless they've explained how to do both of them. So to honour that really lovely piece of instructioning, is that a word? I am going to take you through each one of these and bore you to tears by showing you how to do the same thing twice, because I just love how Hachette have done these instructions. They couldn't be better. Okay, now these two may look identical, but they are not, because they want you to take the one with the red spot, which, if my camera still functions amazingly, you may be able to see it is the one on the right. That is correct. So we're taking this one, and you need to bend this wire away from it. And also, some very helpful person posted a comment under my last Terminator video saying that I need to add some masking tape to a wire to help identify it later. Well, thank you for your advice, but in fact it looks like it's this one that needed the masking tape and not the previous ones. So at least I'm hoping that's the case. So let me get my masking tape out, and I'm going to make it smaller than this. Okay, this is a highly technical procedure here. I'm sure you will appreciate this. There we go. Let's hope I've done that right. I'm joking, of course, but here's my masking tape on there, so hopefully this is going to help me out somehow later on. Now, all of these housing parts, as they call them, are exactly the same. They want you to now put this bit, little mirror bit, into the housing part, and they're showing the gap. That was wonky, wasn't it? They're showing the gap at the bottom, so that's how I'm going to do it. That's what it shows in the photo. So I want to follow their very helpful instructions to the letter. So next we have to feed this wire through the end. I've just taken the whole thing out of the little housing there. You have to thread this with the masking tape on. Oh my god, that was difficult, but not that difficult. And then we're going to match this up. Okay, I'm going to turn this around again so I know where I am. And that bit is going to be at the bottom, and so is the little gap there in the wheel. I call it a wheel because it looks like a cartwheel. You have to screw this into place with 4 screws. You see I've got it right there around the edge, and there we are, all nicely secured in there. Next, of course, you need to put this lens in the top and wait for the click. And of course, it tells you to put it in the flat side facing up. And we're going for a click. We didn't get the click, but I think that's because it went in fairly evenly all the way around. So no click, but I'm very happy still with that because it looks very even to me. Next, I'm threading this very large piece of masking tape through this piece here, which came through very easily actually, and putting that onto the end of there, getting my little nut and putting it there. Then we'll be screwing that into place with a long screw, and I'm going to remember my own little tip of test fitting it through so that it does actually match up. And I'm not trying to screw into this into the wall of the plastic there, which would be quite embarrassing because that's what I did before. And there we go. Oh, my voice is cracking up here. There's number 3 done. Okay, next, once again, we're taking this piece and putting this piece, there we go. And this wire has to be bent away from the circuit board, so basically upwards from the underneath of it, from the mirrored part. And then I'm feeding this through it and the wire through the bottom there, the semicircle in the middle. That was easier than before. Could it be because I've done it 3 times already? Then I'm screwing this in with 4 little silver screws. And there we go. Guess what's next? Got to turn it over and put the lens in. Let's see if it clicks this time. Nope, no clicking, but again, I can see that is very even all the way around, so I'm not worried. I think I have this right. Now, it may surprise you to learn that next I need to fit this bit through once again, if I remember rightly, that way around, because that little peg bit is what's going into the base. So as you've seen twice, it fits really nicely. So we match it up to the end. I'm not sure it overly matters which way around this goes. The screw. Got to get my little nut in the top, and I'm going to see if it goes flush because the last one wasn't flush. Do you know what? It doesn't actually sit flush at all. So that makes me even less worried that the last one wasn't flush. It's in there and works really nicely once again. So that brings me to the end of 111. So next to do in part 12 is fix this part, my latest part, to the rest of the base, and that's going along this edge here. So I can't really do a wide shot because my setup is not big enough. So I'm going to get this attached. It's going to join with another one of these silver bracket things, and that's all there is to it really. It's basically what you saw before. It's the same kind of join, exactly the same kind of join. So if you really want to see exactly what it looks like, I would refer you to the last video because there you would just see exactly the same thing. I know I was raving before about doing exactly the same detail with the lighting, but this bit is much more mundane than the lighting. I think it's just a bracket and some screws, and that's literally all there is to do. That is on there now. That was a bit fiddly, but got there in the end. Next, I need to take this nice looking jawbone there and stick some glue along that bit there, which fits into that bit there. Now, strangely, it says use a cocktail stick to put it right on the edge there, but I'm thinking, what the hell is it going to matter? Because that bit is going to be buried right down the bottom there. Who's going to see if I splash it all over that there. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. Alright, that's nicely very secure in there now. Bit of a lockjaw situation going on there. Next I need to take the vertebrae and find 3 pegs which are there, and that fits in very nicely to those 3 holes in the base there. So got to glue those 3 pegs and stick that in place. I will admit, I really went to town there on the vertebrae. I don't think that's going anywhere in a hurry, hopefully. Next I need to splash more glue around, which is making me happy. All around this bit here, which is a little rock. We've got a big rock and a little rock. Some kind of ancient native Indian situation there. And I'm putting this rock into a little slot there. I'm starting to rhyme everything, that's a bit concerning. So let me go and splash a load of glue on that and get that rock in the slot. Okay, this is where I'll be very grateful for any comments, because it says take the searchlight from part 111, but it doesn't say which one, because we did 2, obviously. I'm going to use the one without the masking tape on, and we have to feed it through that hole there, of course. What a beautiful fit. And that takes me to the end of 111 and 112. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed my struggle again. There's a little bit of glue leaking around the edge of that rock underneath it, but you know what? It's on a waste ground. Who's going to care? I'm really not worried about that at all. There's my light, which can hopefully be angled up and down. Yes, a little bit. And from side to side, yep, there we go. So there we go, 111 and 112. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all your support. And I will see you next time.